Good morning students. Today we are going to learn a new poem, The Last Bargain, written by Ravindranath Tagore. The poem is about someone who was looking for a job. However, he wants to be hired without losing his freedom. The poet tells us that he received offers from the rich, the powerful and the beautiful. However, he turned all them down. At last, he met an innocent child. He immediately accepted the offer. Before we read the poem, let us see something about the poet Ravindranath Tagore. Born on 7th May 1861 in Calcutta. He was also known as Bhanusingha Thakur, Gurudev, Rabi Guru and Vishwakavi. He was a Bengali poet, writer, music composer and painter. He has won a Nobel Prize in Literature for his notable work Geetanjali. His notable works are Geetanjali, Gora, Ravindra Sangeet and national anthem like Janagana Mana and Amar Shonar Bangla. His compositions were chosen by two nations as national anthem, India's Janagana Mana and Bangladesh Amar Shonar Bangla. He died on 7th August in 1941 in Calcutta at the age of... Let's read the poem, The Last Bargain. Come and hire me, I cried, while in the morning I was walking on the stone-paved road. Sword in hand, the king came in his chariot. He held my hand and said, I will hire you with my power. But his power counted for naught, and he went away in his chariot. In the heat of the midday, the houses stood with shut doors. I wandered along the crooked lane. An old man came out with his bag of gold. He pondered and said, I will hire you with my money. He weighed his coins one by one, but I turned away. It was evening. The garden hedge was all aflower. The fair maid came out and said, I will hire you with a smile. Her smile paled and melted into tears, and she went back alone into the dark. The sun glistened on the sand, and the sea waves broke waywardly. A child sat playing with shells. He raised his hand and seemed to know me and said, I hire you with nothing. From henceforward, that bargain struck in child's play made me a free man. Ravindranath Tagore. The Last Bargain. What is a bargain? Yes, it is like agreement between two persons in which both promise to do something for each other. Ravindranath Tagore has written this beautiful poem, The Last Bargain, which tells about something other than the material wealth. The secret of the poem is a man who is jobless. He is on the lookout for a job, and he is calling out for everyone to hire him. At first, the king comes with his power to hire him. But this man denied his power or his bargain. Then came an old man with his bag full of gold coins. That means with wealth. But the man denied that also. Now in the evening, a beautiful lady came out of her house into the garden, and She was ready to hire him with a smile, with her beauty. But this man denied the beauty also. But at last on the beach, he met a child, and the child was ready to hire him, and he accepted his offer, his bargain. But the child has nothing to give him in return. What was the reason behind his refusal of the previous three bargains but acceptance of the last bargain? Why did he refuse and why did he accept the last one? All this we are going to understand from the poem The Last. Okay, let us start. Come and hire me, I cried while in the morning. In the morning, this jobless man is looking for a job and to be hired. I was walking on the stone-paved road. Now the speaker of the poem is walking on the stone-paved road. Here stone-paved road means a road covered with stone. In the morning, he was walking through a road covered with stone, and he was requesting everyone to hire him for a job. And then what happened? Sword in hand, the king came in his chariot. And there came the king with a sword in his hand, riding in his chariot. Here chariot means a vehicle drawn by horses used by kings. He held my hand and said, I will hire you with my power. Now the king heard the man's cries. So he told the man, he held the man's hand, and he told him that he will hire him with all his power. But his power counted for naught. Counted for naught means unimportant. And he went away in his chariot. Here the king was ready to give his power for the man for his work, but the power counted for naught, counted nothing for him. It was unimportant for him. So the king went away in his chariot. Now the man felt that power is all unimportant. It is temporary. It is not going to last long. He didn't feel that power was anything important. So the man declined the bargain offered by the king, and the king went away in his chariot. In the heat of the midday, here midday means afternoon. The speaker continues his search, and now it is midday. It was afternoon time. The houses stood with shut doors. He notes that the doors of the houses are all shut. I wandered along the crooked lane. Here crooked means bent or twisted. I wandered means moved aimlessly. An old man came out with his bag of gold. And then there came an old man out of his house with his bag full of gold coins. He pondered and said, I will hire you with my money. He pondered. Pondered means thinking carefully before taking any decision. He pondered and said, I will hire you with my money. He weighed his coins one by one, but I turned away. Now the old man was ready to give work to the speaker in return of a bag of gold. And then the old man weighed or started counting his gold coins one by one. Here this demonstrating his attachment to those pieces of material. The speaker Seeing the old man counting his gold coins again, realized that these gold coins are again not going to last him, to give him a life. Sooner or later or someday, these coins will be over. Then what? So the speaker turned away. The speaker declined this offer also. It was evening. The garden hedge was all aflower. Now this is the time of evening, and the speaker said that there was a garden where the hedge means a fence of bushes, was all aflower. A flower means bloomed with flowers. Now the time was of evening, and the speaker said that there was a garden where if all the fences of bushes were bloomed with flowers. A fair maid came out and said, I will hire you with a smile. And now a very beautiful lady came out of her house into the garden, and he told him that she will hire him with a smile, with her beauty. Her smile paled and melted into tears, and she went back. Seeing her smile fading and turn into tears, the speaker thought this smile on her face is also a temporary thing. Sometime from now, the smile will change into tears. So what is the use? And therefore he rejected his bargain offer. After that, she went back alone into the dark. After that, the speaker round about here and there, and he came about a beach. The sun glistened on the sand. Here glisten means shone, past tense of shine. On the sand, and sea waves broke waywardly. Here waywardly means disobediently, not in proper manner. The sand is shining in the rays of the evening sun, and the sea waves were waking to the sun waywardly. Waywardly means disobediently or not in a proper manner. A child sat playing with shells, and there on the sand there was a child who sat there playing with shells. He raised his head and seemed to know me and said, I hire you with nothing. The speaker went near the child, and the child raised his head, and it seemed that the child knew the speaker. The child is ready to hire him, but he has nothing to give him in return. And what was the job of the child? Yes, it was to play with him. From henceforward, that bargain struck in child's play made me a free man. From henceforward, here henceforward means from here onwards. From henceforward, that bargain struck the child's play made him a free man. The words of the boy, he was happily accepted this bargain, because he thought that if he accept this bargain from now onwards, that bargain is of the child's play will set him free. He will be a free man. He will be free from all the materialistic gain that people usually gets from power, money, beauty, happiness or sadness, because the child was innocent, so innocent, and his simplicity had attracted him that he agreed to accept that bargain. After Accepting that bargain, he was free from all the earth. That's all the poem. The moral of the story is that money, wealth, power or beauty cannot give you any happiness. Only when one feels true pleasure at seeing something, one finds happiness. No one was able to hire the poet either with power or with beauty. But a child's innocence and simplicity are enough to hire him for life. In the next video, I'll come up with the summary and the question answers of the poem. Till then, bye.